Hi guys, Super Cameraman here. Did you know that G-Man has also been infected with an Astro Toilet device like TV Man Titan? And it turns out G-Man must know how to deactivate this device. Everyone already knows that Mr. Boom is preparing for us both episode 78 and season 25, and we already know that there will be as many as 7 additional scenes that will reveal a lot of new things to us. Boom said that one scene will be about interrogation, the second one will be about camera woman, the third one will be about people, the fourth scene will show the Cameraman base and the general gathering of the Alliance. And considering this new spoiler that came out recently, the fifth scene will be in a new location where we will find out how the secret agent is connected to this plant. About the rest of the scenes, I can't say with certainty because I don't have information, but I can assume that we will be shown the continuation of G-Man's battle with Astro Juggernaut, and in the 7th scene, we would like to know what happened to Cameraman Titan, because last time we had information about him in episode 76. At the moment, we only know that the squad that was chasing the Titan is missing, and we may be shown who helped the Titan to get rid of the Astro Toilets at that moment. If you've been paying attention to the previews, you probably realize what else we're going to talk about today. This is going to be one of the most realistic theories out there, so be sure to give it a like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss new videos. Here we go. Well, the most interesting thing is that there is a release date for Skibidi Toilet Season 25, as well as a secret leaked footage from this season where the Astro Juggernaut was depicted. As I said before, this is a direct sequel to episode 77, but on a different location, similar to the terrain from episode 73. If the information about the release date was published by the administrator of Dafuk Boom in the Discord server, then about this spoiler is 50-50. Because this shot was published by an unknown person. Then we found out that the spoiler is original, and provided this spoiler Dafuk Boom its random viewer. What's for sure is that as early as this week and this weekend, we will finally be able to see Skibidi Toilet Season 25. That's not all. Watch the video to the end for more details. But now I suggest we talk a little bit about the current Titans, and then we'll move on to the new Titans from other countries. As we know at the moment, the Titan that is in the most trouble is Titan TV Man. After all, while Titan Cameraman was able to escape from the Astro Toilet Squad, G-Man was able to retreat, and Speakerman Titan is improving at all and is fine. The same can't be said for Titan TV Men, who is now in an infected state. And what's worse is that he's not infected by a normal parasite, but by a whole separate technology that's much harder to get rid of. However, one of my optimistic viewers suggested this outcome. There is a theory that Titan's TV Man head is not infected, as it detaches from the body and controls itself. So there is a theory that when Astro improves Titan and the head, it is possible that the head will resist the body. By the way, I have a separate video about the TV Man infection, where we will talk about it in more detail, but now I will make a small announcement. Yes, we have indeed seen that the heads of the Titan TV Man live and function separately from each other, and the small TV on his belt serve to control the Titan's body. To begin with, the Astro Toilets will not modernize Titan TV Man with their powerful technology, as Skibidi Toilets did with Titan Speakerman. After all, if Titan gets rid of the infestation, he's essentially getting free technology, so the Astro Toilets could infect him in order to study his remaining technology, such as his sword or the remnants of his TV sets, and eventually teleportation. The Astro Toilets are pretty smart toilets, and I don't think they don't learn from the mistakes of others. Also, remember the moment in the first part of episode 68 when the parasite unsuccessfully infected the Titan TV Man? Even if it had been able to infect him then, it would have only taken control of his body, since the detachable TV Men have separate wires that are controlled by the core. So Titan TV Man's heads could have remained uninfected if they weren't attached to his body, since all of his mechanisms are powered by the core. And this is proven by the fact that even after all of his TVs broke, he could still function and fight. And now that the Astro Toilets have come up with the technology to infect the entire core, at this point, there's no doubt that every part of Titan TV Man is completely infected. And the Alliance may not even do anything to save the Titan TV Man. If you suddenly don't understand why I have such conclusions, it's enough to remember the moment when Titan TV Man was infected. That very core, before infecting the Titan, made loud noises while gradually generating energy. It seems to me that it will work like a battery, First, very fast and efficient, and then worse and worse. The same situation could be with the core. That is, at first, Titan TV men will move actively and destroy everything, but after a while it will lead to exhaustion, and the Alliance can wait for this moment to release it when it will be a little calmer. And since this device is an attachment to the main core, it can be easily detached over time. However, it seems to me that it will still leave a mark on the Titan's mechanisms. For example, he may lose some of his strength or dexterity, and it can't be compared to the usual parasites that get into the necks of Titans and leave no trace after their death. What can't be said about the whole core, which can change a Titan's mechanisms for the worse, especially when so depleted. But don't get too excited ahead of time, because Defook, in his Q&A, told YouTuber Steak that G-Man was just as infected as Titan TV Man, and he clearly knows what to do in such a situation. And given that Titan TV Man hates G-Man the most, he should be the one to gain his trust and play a key role in saving him, perhaps even without too much loss or consequence. Plus, we've all seen G-Man and know how much of a brilliant strategist he is, who is always 2 steps ahead. So perhaps after deactivating the device, Titan TV Man will start to think through his actions and not take any chances. As we know at the moment, the Alliance is at its worst, but this has happened before. As you may remember, the Alliance defeated the toilets until episode 32, specifically before Titan infected Speakerman. History is repeating itself, but now it's much worse. Not only has the Alliance lost all of its Titans, but it's also very much inferior in terms of technology to the Astro toilets. In addition, the Alliance was on the verge of death, because if the Astro toilets would get the technology of the TV Man, it would be impossible to defeat them. It would seem that the Alliance has already lost, but fortunately it is not so. And now I will tell you a very interesting theory. You've already seen this preview. Here we can see the Titans, each representing the culture of their country. I recently came across this comment from a viewer where it said, "In the full 77 episode, we were shown a lot of agents from other countries, and there can't be one Titan for all countries. What if each country has its own Titan?" On the one hand, this theory sounds quite true, because we've seen agents who directly represent the culture of their country only once, in the full 77th episode. And if we take into account the situation at the moment, the Alliance will be helped only by new reinforcements. And after the full 77th episode, we were convinced that there is an analog of agents. For example, in this scene, we saw a similar friendship between Plungerman and Speakerman in black, only here Cameraman in place of Planger was a samurai sword, and so you can say about the rest of the country. However, if we reason logically, the theory with other Titans is easily refuted. First of all, the locations in the episodes change throughout the series, and for the entire series, there was not a single hint that the agents are somehow different from each other. Let's assume that such Titans do exist, but then the question arises, why didn't they appear earlier? For example, when the invasion of Astro toilets began, or when the battle was in England or in another country. This raises another question. Why did agents appear in new guises? As we know, the agents are former humans who have transferred their minds into robots, which is confirmed by the flashback with the camera woman in part 1 of episode 73. Presumably, after all these years, their minds are getting closer and closer to the human mind, and so some of the agents have started to emulate their old ways. So unfortunately, we probably won't see Titans from other countries, as much as we wouldn't want to, but still anything is possible, as in 2025, the Skibidi Toilet series will reach its peak. That was all my guesses for today's video, and if you've seen it so far, give it a like. That way we'll see how many of us there are. I'm Super Cameraman. See you in the next videos. Bye-bye.